We know the Badger community loves Bitcoin as much as we do, and it's that shared love that motivated our submission for round 9 of the Gitcoin Grants Hackathon. So over the course of the last couple of weeks, we've developed an open source Bitcoin Liquidity Dashboard designed to track Bitcoin's DeFi adoption on Ethereum. To do this, we use Uniswap subgraphs to pull information on all the liquidity pools that had a wrapped Bitcoin in its pair. As it turns out, this was about 170 pairs, with data collected on the amount of liquidity at the time of querying and a timestamp on when the contract was deployed. We crunched a few numbers in R, made some plots in ggplot2, and then arranged this information into a neat Flex dashboard backed by Shiny. In this video, we'll demo the application with a short walkthrough of the graphs and statistics, so let's get started. When you open the application, it loads directly into the Overview tab, where we have both graphs and standalone statistics about the pools on the Uniswap platforms. On the left, you can actually choose whether you want to look at just pairs that had WBTC as one of the tokens, or RenBTC, or a combination of the two. Since the Badger clan fancies WBTC, we've set the default settings to aggregate only WBTC pairs. Diving into the application, you can see along the bottom we have a number of statistics that are aggregated and presented. And then along the top, we have some time series data on the liquidity pools. So you can see from the bottom here, there's 169 pairs that have WBTC as one of their tokens, and this totals almost 400 million in liquidity. Across those pairs, there have been nearly 500,000 transactions, and on average, there's $2.3 million of liquidity per pair. Each week, on average, there are about 4 new pairs deployed with a WBTC token, and at the time of this data collection, March 22nd, the most recent was this one, RYK. Along the top, you can see we have a time series of the number of liquidity pools created, and you can see the growth over time. So on the left, it's a weekly time series, and on the right, it's a cumulative time series, so you can see the total number as a function of time. We now move into the Pairs tab. The Pairs tab essentially gives you a look at the raw data that we're working with, starting with a scrollable table where you can see the different pairs, the amount of liquidity, and the number of transactions. And of course, you can sort and filter as necessary. As expected, the pair with the highest liquidity and the highest number of transactions is WBTC with wrapped Ether. Not surprising, with nearly 300 million in liquidity and nearly 300,000 transactions. Along the bottom is a graphical display of this information, showing the top 20 pairs on a log scale by liquidity. And that's all, folks. We hope our application will provide some much needed clarity into how our favorite cryptocurrency is being adopted. We'd like to say if the community likes this work, we would be happy to follow up with more advanced statistics and an updated backend that refreshes the data automatically. And with that, we'd like to thank everyone, and we hope you enjoyed the application.